Yo, what's up? This is comedian Shang, and you're listening to Savage AF. Stop playing. Get at it.
Savage?
As what?
We're savage.
As what?
Savage.
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 Savage?
Savage.
Savage.
Savage. We're back?
Yeah,
we're back. We're back. We're back.
And guess where we are back? We are back at Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, this is Shang in the building.
Make sure you follow me at Black Pedro.
And follow me at Comedian Shang. And also follow us on all the social media platforms. Follow Dash Comedy. Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
Yeah,
on the Facebook. But also follow us, Savage AF.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
Savage AF Radio on social media.
On social media. And also you can check us out next week on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeart, Google Play.
Radio, yep.
We're on all of the major platforms. And by the way, I know we're back on the air live. I just want to say something to a specific person.
Yeah, y'all missed it during the break, y'all.
I don't know if I can't tell from your picture because it's black and white. I hope that you get in a car wreck with a gas truck and the gas pour into your face and you get blown up by a spark that came from one of the metal from the other car.
All right, so just so people know that Shang isn't talking to his like father or some shit like da I hate you. It's like
no, not my dad.
So during the break, Shang's on Instagram Live. That's why you need to follow him on IG at Comedian Shang.
Look at how many people.
Get it. But so
crazy.
Shang went ham on the Patriots, and a lot of fans came in, and then he went ham on the Rams in support of New Orleans. And so like he's going back and forth with football fans, and this one user he was told to eat a bag of dicks. So
pretty much.
That's where that went.
That's where that went.
That's where that conversation landed.
Now you're going. Oh no, that was somebody said. Oh, you like chicken from Bojangles in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, we want to go. Oh, we want to go there.
No, I don't think they're saying it from a racist standpoint. Okay. I think the other person was being So, but aside from that, I'm sorry that went left. It's just. That was crazy.
That was
a little nutty.
It went a little fast.
And they're not stopping. That's the wild shit. The people get on here. Y'all real tough when you on the internet, bitches.
On the internet. Well, y'all know how it is. With,
you lucky Smack Hammer's not right here. If you Smack Hammer, it's Smack Hammer. I'd put these paws on you, you bitches.
You bitches.
You bitches. I'm fucking with yo. What's good? Yo, Tony, I couldn't click the little thing to come in, but we are on Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. And we were coming back from the break, and Pedro, let me tell you something. That was hilarious when you said it's a good day for a rest. Like it was like back to back to back to back.
Oh yeah, man. We got all them motherfuckers. Robert Kraft, R. Kelly, Jesse Smollett, all the idiots.
All the idiots, but not all the idiots, because until they start arresting. And again, Jeff, I know you're white. I'm bringing that up just to fuck with you. But no, he was on
and just so people know, we do have Jeff Horste in the building. Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. Where else can they find you? Where else have they seen you on? And what else? I know you mentioned that the half hour project with
Kevin Hart Presents The Next Level. It was a half hour, my first half hour special on Comedy Central. And you can find that on the Comedy Central website.
Congratulations.
Yeah, let's do that. Boom.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And how was that experience, man? Like,
it's fantastic. The entire staff, every was amazing.
But this is the thing. We keep it real here on Savage as Fuck.
Yeah.
How did it affect you not performance-wise, like career-wise? Do you think that Comedy Central is a bump up now? Because my boys was talking shit about Comedy Central. I don't really be watching that shit no more. I mean, I think it's a good look.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, nobody would turn that down. Yeah. So it's funny when people say stuff like that. I'm like,
this wasn't a comic.
No, not.
It wasn't a comic.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, anytime anybody says something like that, I just try to think of what the Comedy Central version of their career would be.
Well, I think what some people are speaking to though is that there was a good old time,
right?
A good period of time when Comedy Central was clearly focused on
comedy,
what we call. Well, at the beginnings, but then what I'm talking about when people say, well, I wouldn't fuck with Comedy Central or whatever, they're no good. I think they're referring to a time when, and if you're listening here, I think they're referring to a time when Comedy Central was clearly focused on what we call alt comedy. And alternative comedy.
That's true.
And I always used to say that the only alternative to comedy is tragedy. And that's kind of what they presented for a long time. Was, just kind of like this brand that wasn't really that funny. And, I've heard stories of execs saying things like, yeah, we're not really looking for funny. We're looking for that other thing. We're looking for that. We're just looking for something different or new or unique or whatever. And it's like, that all sounds good, but in reality, you just really need to put people with jokes on fucking TV.
Material would be good.
Yeah, who have good bits that work.
They have good stand up.
So I think for a good while, Comedy Central had fucked up the brand of stand up comedy, at least the way they were presenting it, and some of the acts that they were presenting. I agree with you. Other than presenting Kevin Hart stuff and a few other people, it was like they were putting honestly the hipster dudes with the plaid shirts and the beards who weren't really
wasn't funny. As much variety.
Yeah,
no, they weren't funny.
I want to have a little bit of that, but that can't be the only thing you're showing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
there's bigger breadth to comedy.
All the comics on my feed, all those alternative comics, you couldn't have followed me in a car, let alone on stage, and you didn't even draw. You couldn't draw blood if you stabbed somebody. So all y'all, like you said,
Shane drives fast, so he's hard to follow.
I drive very fast, but I'm going to use the famous words of a friend of mine, Black Pedro. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, there you go. That's how we do that, man.
But you know what? The one thing is, you got to segue into this because we were going to talk about it anyway. The thing is, I was surprised by how many people that, even though they hated on me, I was surprised how many people, when I was talking shit about R. Kelly, when I was talking shit, there were people that actually were like, no, I agree with Shane. He may have said it a little harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they agree with me. That it's like, no, I don't give him a pass. I don't give his security guards a pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's more than just
I don't
him.
give any of the people that knew that he was doing this, I don't give none of them a pass. So the fact he got arrested this weekend, I don't feel no sympathy.
None.
And the people that get mad at me, oh, yeah, except for this dude. Yeah. But I'm saying the people that feel sympathy for what?
If there's any debate over specifically the R. Kelly situation,
come on,
where
man,
you're trying to justify any of his actions or even like you said earlier, Jeff, like the people who can't let go of the music is fuck you, man, like get the fuck out of here, like with that bullshit.
I mean, and it's more than just him too, like you were saying, because
it wasn't just
when
him,
you say security and stuff like that, because you're talking about an artist who can't read. So do you think that he was flying these kids across the country?
He definitely wasn't booking the flights.
He's not booking the flights.
No, I mean,
so there's people that were literally in charge of make sure that this child gets flown to him so he can have sex with her.
You know why these people were letting it slide with R. Kelly? Because they was getting money. Exactly. They was getting the bag. And a lot of people feel like while you get in the bag, that's all that matters. And I just feel like there's got to be a certain point where you got to, it's not about the fucking bag. That's somebody's daughter. Like if I have sons, if I had a daughter and I saw R. Kelly, I swear to God, I'd be like, fuck it. I swear to God on everything I love. That's holy. All right? I would go over and I would knuckle bundle this motherfucker to his fucking brain basket until blood came out of his ass. Exactly. There's no way I'd let him slide. You understand me?
That's it, baby.
It's fucking hilarious.
The
punches,
timing.
The timing of that.
Yeah,
but no, I just feel like if you, like, I don't have daughters, so I can't relate to that type of thought process. But I would imagine there's fathers that have daughters that really probably feel the way I feel about it. Mm-hmm. I think, because it's different. I guess it's different. My friends have, my brothers have daughters. It's different when you have a daughter and she's young and you think it's somebody taking advantage of her. You don't even think about the courts. You think, if I see that motherfucker, I'm hitting him with a hammer. And I'm not talking about the round end. I'm talking about the hook end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, of the 3 arrests that occurred this week, the 2, Robert Kraft and R. Kelly, are absolutely of the most important.
They're worse than Jesse. They're far worse than Jesse.
I mean, Jesse Smollett, it's a fun thing to actually laugh at, and you might even worry about his mental health or something like that. But in reality, it's a dude playing himself. He does fuck up some racial tropes, and I think diminishes the race card and and the sort of gender sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation. You're right.
But Robert Kraft, right? This highlights the NFL has a problem with human trafficking around its events.
Well, the NFL has
and
a
it goes to
problem
the
with a lot
top
of shit.
all the way up to ownership, right? So you see this, right? The Robert Kraft on the video getting the stroke and poke, right? Then that's in the report. That's in the report, guys.
It's in the report.
I'm using legal terms here.
That's legal terms.
I'm using. Come on, man. Come on, guys. He on Savage AF on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Black Pedro brings technical terms. I don't just spew bullshit, all right?
So that's not the stuff you learned in Princeton.
Yeah, Robert Kraft gets the stroke and poke, right? Yeah. And then R. Kelly, which means it's even graver, is child abduction, molestation, rape.
That's the same thing. To me, even though R. Kelly might not have abducted some of these girls, it's still
no. He has because
Yeah,
at a certain point,
did.
he did.
There's-
He held them
in the
against
world
their
before
will.
cell phones, and
Isolated them.
they can't drive. They're
Yeah.
not old enough.
Isolating
I
them
know.
from the not even in the world before cell phones. Like in the cell
yeah.
phone
Well,
world,
yeah, he's
like,
still doing
he
it.
he
definitely
still-
did that.
I didn't know
Like,
he was that. I mean, I knew he had. There was young girls he had manipulated and used his fame, but I didn't know he did that. God damn, that makes him even worse to me.
Yeah, he was like starving them some days. Like so,
Oh,
they,
fuck this
even his
dude.
wife.
they would want to act
Are you
better to be on
serious?
his good behavior. Yeah,
you gotta watch the thing, man.
Man.
He's a demon when it comes to this thing, man.
But you know what's is trippy? The women I see that still like support him. How do you do that?
Some are,
don't know.
like I said, the one girl went to the trial to support him, ended up a slave. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. He got on a girl at the trial.
He pulled- yeah.
that was about him getting on
the girl. Yeah, he pulled a
Wow.
girl. He did the thing that he was on trial for doing while doing the thing. It's like the dude from the Fire Festival. Did you see that thing?
Yeah, of course.
Like he was running a scam while on trial for the scam he was running.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
What is wrong with
That's
you?
that's like being in court for drugs
Right.
and then being like, Your Honor, I'd like to object to that.
Hey, Judge, you want to bump? You want to bump?
I ain't never
Nigga,
done
this,
drugs.
Nigga, this is good cocaine. This ain't that regular cocaine. And a lot of times I have cocaine and white bitches. Oh, Jay News. You
wanna
know about that.
Yeah, refer to my attorney, Jay News.
By the way, Jay News, my attorney Jay News,
Esquire.
attorney at law,
Yeah.
knows all about that type of shit.
Yeah, that'd be.
I'm sorry, man. I keep bringing you.
Well,
into
you know what?
it.
If you did, if you did that in court, though, you might deserve an Oscar, which just went down this weekend.
You know what? The Oscars, yeah, without a host,
that would be
The
an act.
transitions are
No, yeah,
solid.
I tried.
Solid,
You know what I'm
solid
saying?
transitions.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I'm known for on this show.
His segues
They're great.
are immaculate. They are stupendous.
and they make the kids happy.
But the Oscars was not bad without a host.
It sounds like it went off fairly well.
Fairly well.
Amy Poehler and Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, but I still wanted to see Kevin Hart do it, but because I think Kevin
a
Hart.
host never made sense to me.
No,
because
a
a
host makes
host is
sense.
well, but to me, a
Chris
host
Rock-
is
No.
I mean, as a job, I'm not saying that there wasn't people that did a good job with it.
Chris Rock did a good job.
Of course, yeah. There's people that
Billy
made
Crystal
the
was a
show
master of
better
it, yeah.
Billy Crystal did a
by
good
it
job.
being there.
Right.
Ellen killed it.
But just
Ellen-
as a
yeah.
whole, I'm like, so there's a person who's going to bring up the person who's going to announce
the thing.
present the
Well, I
thing.
mean, you know,
why don't you
it-
just have
MC
just have them come up?
MC is master of ceremony. So in a situation where you're trying
Right.
to present this huge fanfare and thing like that, I can understand having like a common thread, a person that you could go to that
Right.
is directing this thing. That's fine. I think they've had a few situations where it's gone off the hinge, or they try to do too much, maybe, or don't do enough.
Right. Has Eddie Murphy ever hosted?
He's been shunned by the Academy fucking
yeah.
with Eddie.
But I mean, I think Eddie would have been. He's
would've-
so
would've
fucking funny,
He
dude.
would have destroyed, especially in the height of his
He's
time.
so funny, dude.
Especially in the
Oh,
height.
yeah.
Oh well, you know why?
If Kevin Hart's tweets were too
No,
much.
Eddie
Eddie
gave
Murphy's
Eddie gave that
actual
one
stand-up.
Eddie gave that one speech though. Eddie gave the one speech
At the award show.
At the award show
And
where he
dissing
was
the award show.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
basically, there's not enough black people in shit, so fuck all y'all. And then they were like, well, all right,
We're not going to
Sorry,
let him
Eddie.
shit.
Yeah.
And the only scripts
the
that are going to
sticker.
come across your desk is Dave.
Well, no, I mean he got work, but Dreamgirls, something he should have won for.
He killed that. Yo.
Clearly
he killed
got
it.
shunned
He
for that.
killed it.
Right.
But you know what? That's the same thing a lot of times. I mean, with host, but when acting wise, they don't see. And I'm not saying this because Marcus is here. Jamie Foxx, they don't. A lot of times they don't see us as dramatic actors, and I
Right.
think he blew that shit out the water with what was the movie with
Ray.
Tom? No, not Ray. No, it wasn't Ray.
the soloist?
No, it wasn't a soloist.
Oh, you talking about?
It was with Tom.
I
Not
almost
Tom
said Traffic.
Hanks.
The cab.
No, it wasn't.
The
It
cab,
was Tom.
the cab one.
No,
he was in the cab.
He was a
He was in
fucking
cab
murderer.
and Jada Pinkett, and it was a cab.
No,
Tom
what
Cruise.
the fucking name of the movie?
Tom Cruise in the cab.
Collateral.
Is it a
Collateral.
jackal?
Damn it.
Jackal.
Yeah.
It's a jackal.
No, it's Collateral.
It was Mission Impossible 7. It was Mission Impossible 7, and
No,
they was
it
in the
was
cab.
No, y'all, fuck y'all.
And Jada Pinkett,
You know
and
that.
in the cab.
Yeah, in the cab. But I couldn't think of it. Shut up. So no. But like, if you see him in that, and then you see him on an award show being funny, then you see him in that. There's no like that was just
His range.
straight. Right. That's what I'm saying. Is there's some like Steve. What's his white hair?
Buscemi?
Buscemi?
Not Steve Buscemi.
Martin.
Steve Martin is a good dramatic actor.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Carrey is a good dramatic actor.
Tom Hanks. He started off as a
As a
stand-up.
comic, yeah, he was a comedian. So I think sometimes they don't see that. And I think that Eddie Murphy in that, I didn't see the normal Eddie Murphy.
Well, Eddie Murphy
in Dreamgirls, he killed that scene.
He killed that role. Eddie Murphy made comments about diversity, a lack of diversity in Hollywood that probably got him shunned from ever hosting the Academy Awards. One thing I think this 91st Academy Awards did have was some of the diversity.
Except for the Best Picture.
Well, Green Book won.
The one with the actor.
Mahershala Ali was.
He's amazing.
And he won for supporting.
No, it looked like a Snow White out when everybody came on the stage. The director, the producer, it was he said, "All right, we've had enough of your nigga
That's
shit."
not a black movie.
I mean, it's still the premise of the movie was just a white savior,
racism.
right?
It was a white savior.
Yeah, it's. I'm just tired of seeing that. Didn't even see the movie.
I didn't see
the premise of it. To me, was like
I didn't see the movie either. And to be honest, I was surprised to see that he was up for supporting actor because I assumed the movie was about that character, about Mahershala Ali's character.
It was,
but he won for supporting actor. Which I thought was
you know what we come from, that's called that bullshit.
Hey, but I'm sure he's not like fuck the supporting trophy. You know what I mean? Like you earn what you did.
You take it.
Black Panther didn't get Best Picture, but did get 3 awards: costume design, production design, and original score.
And it was really good.
That's a beginning of for a movie like that.
And no other Marvel.
Like that,
I can't think of a Marvel movie.
No other superhero movie has ever been nominated for Best Picture. Mm-hmm. So that was
a good
groundbreaking
thing.
And historical in and of its own.
Regina
King
to me,
supporting actress for If Beale Street Could Talk. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see that. I gotta check that out.
The movie
Spike Lee. Lick shots to pipe. Spike Lee, man. He finally got his first real Oscar, first non-honorary Oscar for best adapted screenplay for Black Klansman.
But you know what though? Did you see when his acceptance speech?
Yeah,
I missed it.
Jeff, he went in.
Yeah,
he went in. And people were complaining about it, saying and Trump said he's a racist.
Of course.
And he didn't even mention, he didn't say Trump.
If you're anti-racism, then Trump will call you racist. That's what that means.
That's what the alt movement does too. It's like,
but it wasn't nothing.
Like, you're like, don't call me a nigger. They're like, that's my freedom of speech you're attacking. You're like, oh, okay.
I'm allowed to call you nigger and all your nigglets, and your kids are nigglets, and all of you niggers, okay? That's what we fought for.
They love it.
But no, honestly, I was surprised he went in so hard because I thought he was going to come up and be gracious. He went in.
I heard some of the interviews with him before. He kind of went in. He went in like when they were just interviewing them. They're like, "Oh, you're excited? Finally to get nominated?" And they're like, "Well, now that you finally got nominated, it's water under the bridge."
No, he got nominated before. He got nominated for Do the Right Thing.
Oh yeah. Or that it's been a while since you've been out. He's like, no, that's not water under the bridge. Like he was like, no, it's not. Yeah. Like he's like, no, I'm still pissed off.
I ain't over this shit, son. It's a mad director, son.
It's still not cool.
But you know
it's
what?
Taking this long.
That's that New York again.
In his speech, though, he told people to get out and vote. It's on us and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out how did Trump swing that back to being racist because he's saying we don't want you to win again, you orange fuckstick. Is that why?
It's what I mean.
I don't know if he used that language.
It's against the color. He's being prejudiced against his orange skin.
Yeah,
which is an affliction for orange people.
Right.
That
I've never liked Oompa Loompas, and I never will.
Doompa-dee-doo.
I can't believe you remember the song.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
No, he does look like. If you ever look at Google, all the people that's watching us on live, Google Oompa Loompa and tell me that don't look like Trump.
No, that definitely
looks like a
really tall one.
Like a Trump you put in like one of those dry freezers and he turns small.
Now, here's one that I can't wait to see now. Now that it won Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, my son.
I heard a lot of good things about it.
I heard
I still have to see it. I haven't heard a single bad thing about it.
A Star is Born. I went to see A Star is Born, and shout out to Carmen. Hey, Carmen. Ooh, baby.
All right.
No,
that was a personal moment.
That was a personal moment.
I think we were supposed to look the other way.
Shout out to
if you need a minute, get a room.
Get a room, you fucking
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Why don't you pull your cock out like your Louis C.K. and start junking it here at Savage as Fuck? Huh? That was
right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
I like to say it like that. On Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Just for the fuck of it. And they go, is this a black show? It doesn't
I don't know
sound,
what it is. It
doesn't sound like a black show.
That's right when they tune in.
When
That's the only part they hear.
That's the only part they hear is listen up. Listen up to Savage as Fuck. I'm Gilbert Godfrey.
I was just about to go there.
Gilbert Godfrey. Have fun storming the castle on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
That's it.
No,
you had to do the eyes, too,
to
get in the character.
To get into the character. But I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, I went to see A Star is Born. They killed that fucking movie. That movie was fucking off the chain.
Yeah.
And they didn't get, I think they won Best Original Song, but it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's another one where everybody, I don't know one person that didn't cry when they went. They're like,
I cried. I cried.
Shang, I need you to not say that on
inside.
the show, dog. That's for the break, motherfucker.
Hold on. I said I cried inside, man.
Okay, all right. Inside the bathroom.
My tears rolled on the inside of my skin.
I'm a karate man, and the karate man cry on the inside.
Karate men don't ever cry.
There's no crying in Savage as Fuck.
That's right, man.
There's no crying in fucking radio.
Yeah, that's right, man. We don't do that shit. We are. But
you know what? And by the way, there's a lot of. We just did a show. The show we did with Kevin Tate and Howie Bell, the Kevin Tate show. And the other shows on the network, on Marcus King Presents, is on the other network. But I hadn't seen you since I had did the gig with you.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And the you we're referring to is Mr. Jeff
Horste.
Jeff Horste.
Live from Detroit, Michigan. Kevin Hart of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, loan me $1.
Nah. So what if before you?
Come on,
first of all, how long have you been doing stand up?
9 years.
9 years, great.
Oh, you fucking puppy.
So how long
bitch ass puppy.
What would you say since doing Heart of the City, getting some notoriety, inspiring fellow local comics, right? To get on out here. What would you say has been the biggest change since that kind of boost in notoriety
and Comedy
publicity?
Central? I wish I had what you have. I'm jealous. I'm kidding.
I think of just knowing that not much still has changed of what I need to do. Of just credits don't change the work that needs to be done. You still have to go. I still have to stay on top of it. I still have to.
You still
got
to be funny.
Still have to be funny. Expectations don't. If somebody expects you to be funny,
right.
Do you know the thing that's weird about
comedy?
They expect more now. Yeah.
Like me and Pedro are on this show, and we're lucky to have this show and to do our thing. But when we go do like Savage as Fuck live, I'm telling you, they don't give a fuck. You got to be funny in the moment. And with stand up, you could have a great special, but when somebody sees you live, they're like, you better be funny now.
Yeah.
So even though you did the Heart of the City, I bet you still, when you go to a live show, don't you still feel like I still got to bring it?
Yeah.
I can't be like, well, I did Heart of the City.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's
you
can't
crazy
do that as a comic. As a comic, you can't do that. You got to be funny you got to hit them every time.
You always have to. You always have to be prepared. I'm learning that, especially out here. A moment's notice can be an opportunity to do a show an hour away or whatever. Right. Things just work a little bit more fast paced out here. So I'm just adjusting to all that.
They call it hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
You're right. No,
that's
you're
good.
Right. It is.
Get here. All right, sit over there.
But I'll give you an example. And I shall speak on it because I can say this about Black Pedro. And make sure you follow Black Pedro at Black Pedro and follow me at Comedian Shang. But follow the show Savage AF Radio. Make sure you follow that and get us on the not only on the gram but on the Facebook. And thank you, people, for giving us more followers recently. We just got a boost of followers. Little surge. So
Savage AF is
thank
the
you
page.
guys for following the show and appreciating the show. But I'm going to say something about, I've done other radio shows, and I'm about to blow smoke up Pedro's ass. I don't know if that's a weird compliment.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling, honestly.
It's a weird feeling, too.
It takes a lot of getting
enjoy that?
To.
I don't know if we should.
I don't enjoy blowing smoke up his ass.
Or I meant for him.
I go to Robert Kraft's day spa and for $100.
For $100,
yeah, you can
blow smoke up my ass.
You can get the old smoke and choke.
Smoke and choke.
Yeah.
it's funny watching, because I seen Pedro from way back in the day till now, stand up wise, and I've seen you, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
And to see the transition where you said, like, don't get it twisted, because you haven't seen me don't mean I'm not doing it.
That's right.
And so because we did a show at the Improv, it's like not even that long ago, and I got emails and Facebook posts of comics saying, man, you really should have put me in the slot there. This is this year. No, I know you laugh at that, but this is this year.
No, just
and then
for people to
one of the
that.
comics, shout out, very funny, Betty Mena, destroyed. Like, I'm not bullshitting. He ripped the room. And I knew Pedro was on one when he was in the back, calm as a cucumber, sitting back there. He said, yeah, let me just brush this ice off my shoulders.
Hey, man. No,
and went up right after him. Like, I mean, he had the room rocking. Went up right after him at the Ontario Improv and
But those are the things you want, right? Like, it's a hot crowd.
Yeah.
I don't want no ice pickle crowd that's like, that last motherfucker suck. What you gonna do? Shit.
I don't have to dig out of a hole for 5 minutes just because.
And not that you can't or whatever, but it's just an easier energy to flow into a hot ass room that's already rocking. Like, I love that.
And it was like it's watching, like, because I'm keep it real with you. He was hitting so hard, I'm like, yo, Pedro gonna have to.
Oh yeah, no, there was some moments where I was like, God damn. Shit.
No, that's real. Like, he was killing.
Shit.
And then I was sitting there going, okay. But then I looked over at Pedro. He's sitting there going, he was over there sitting there like, just like, yeah, you know, it is what it is, baby.
Playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, just not even. I go like, you know, you're up next. Like, so,
the show's today. My bad.
My bad, baby. And then he went over. I don't know where this girl came from. A girl in a bikini came from the side. He said, baby, why don't you hold this for me? Pedro, where'd you get the girl in the bikini?
I just got my nails done, girl. Watch how you pass that glass. You know what I'm saying?
he, for some reason, he had like a wine sifter.
Readily available.
And handed, hold my wine sifter while I'm on stage crushing this crowd. Man. So, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, but that's how it is. We stay prepared.
It was a good crowd. You need to get down on some of the shows when we do. I mean, the Improv is a really hot room. And this is a
I'm
place
going there. I'm hanging out now.
Yeah,
where's your favorite place?
The Levity. The Levity. No, I got a date for us. We got to tell you that.
Okay,
too.
cool.
We got a show at the Levity. It's called Levity Live in Oxnard. It's a little bit of a drive, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the room is fire, man.
Yeah,
it's a nice big ass stage, nice stage.
A friend of mine was on a showcase there, and then so I did.
It's a good room. I got to
go up there. It was great.
Cool. What's your favorite room you've done so far, nationwide or?
Nationwide?
Or like, do you have, what club do you consider your home club, if you could?
My home club I would consider to be Mark Ridley's.
Royal Oak, Michigan, y'all.
That's my home club. Mark's always been nice to me.
I've been there.
And it's local.
We did a gig somewhere at a college town. It was a college town up. And your mom came to the show.
We weren't at Ridley's?
No, we weren't at Ridley's. We were at another club.
Was it in Michigan?
It was in Michigan.
Was it Joey's?
Not Joey's.
No, we did Ridley's.
We did it. No,
come on, we did Ridley's.
Was it Ridley's?
I think it was.
It was a nice club.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I've done that with like John Panette, rest in peace, and Thea Vidal.
That's a trip. That you just said his name, and I thought about it. Damn, he passed. Ralphie May passed. There's a lot of comics.
Hey man,
dropping.
hey. Let's take a moment here.
Another comic. That's what I was trying to say.
And R.I.P. to Brody Stevens.
That was. Did you caught that? You caught. I was gonna
see what
I was gonna say a lot of comics have passed away. Actually, he recently. This is a recent thing. Not even I think 4 days ago. Really good dude. Obviously had demons, but he
funny.
Took his
funny guy.
Yeah, he took his life, but very funny cat. And go and watch his videos online so you can still, even though he's gone, go and watch his videos because he was a good dude.
Oh, and my mother just texted me because she's listening to the show, and it was Ann Arbor. It was the comedy showcase that we did.
I was going to guess.
No, we did. It wasn't Michigan. For sure.
It wasn't really.
But no, it was. We did a show up there.
Ann Arbor's great too.
No, Ann Arbor.
Yeah, that's a great room.
It was a great room. But what I'm saying is, like, even though people obviously we were doing a show, savage as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we're comics first.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel myself as a comic, then an actor, then, whatever else I decide to do. Because I've produced stuff before for television, so I'm lucky enough to have that. But I think a lot of people that are big name acts like Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart still does like tours, stand up. He still enjoys stand up. Do you think you're ever going to get too big where you're going to be like, I'm not going to do more stand up? Because even Jerry Seinfeld would still sneak off. He would be shooting the show, and would go do sets.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think so. I think I just enjoy it too much.
You would still do stand up?
I think I would still always do stand up, just because that's the first thing that felt right to me. Where
really,
because doing. I changed my major 5 times. As soon as when I started comedy, I was like, oh, this is it. This is why I kept changing my major. And all this other stuff was just too boring. Pedro said the same thing. Once you started doing stand up, you go, yo, I love doing this. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is some people get really big and they get so big, and they don't want to do stand-up anymore. But then there was big name acts that I know that would go out and still tour, and I'm going, but you're a gazillionaire. Why are you still going to fucking little nightclubs?
Hey, shout out to Ken Jeong, his special "You Complete Me Whole" on Netflix. I
watched it.
I've had a chance to work with him. I watched it. I thought it was great, actually, because I knew the material, but it really did take you into that club feel, a real club feel, but he's back and forth with the crowd and ad-libbing and stuff like that. So, that was really cool. But one thing he does talk about is a relationship with Kevin Hart, in which, because they've done some movies together,
right?
In which Kevin is always telling him, was the one to encourage him to get back into stand-up. It's like, you're leaving millions on the table, man. You're leaving millions on the table. So, no matter how big you get in these other realms, let's not forget what got you there, and that I was just talking to shout outs to Q, man, from Island Block Radio here on Dash Radio. I was talking to him earlier today, right before the show, just about how all these plates that we spend and these different things we do, they're all meant to be one meal. It's all meant to feed one career, right? So take the movie credits, and now you get the better stand-up gigs. Take the stand-up gigs to promote your TV show. Use the TV show to get the movie people into the movie theater, right? So it's like
you use all of them.
Or use them all to work together.
And speaking of that, I'm going to be in Omaha this weekend.
Use the radio show to get people to the
show. If you get a chance, come out to the Grass Wagon Event Center. I'm going to be there this weekend.
Hey, that sounds like somewhere I need to be.
Right.
That Grass Wagon,
it's not that kind of grass, motherfuckers. Shit. And then I'll be at the Laugh Factory. I know we got I saw the little hands with the break. Like I'm on radio. Are you doing hands with the break again? Oh, that means break. Oh, shit. I forgot.
I'm going to start doing it so that you can't see me.
Fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
We have to do under the table drinks.
Did you do break hands? No, I'm going to be at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood this weekend, this Saturday, and then I'll be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach this weekend, and I'll be at the Improvisation in Hollywood, California.
That's right, y'all.
This Thursday at the Lab.
This Thursday?
This Thursday. Maya DiMaggio.
DiGiorgio.
I know, fuck with her name. DiGiorgio.
The Maya show.
I'm doing the Maya show this week. So all this week when I'm in town. But if you're in Omaha, come on out, see the show, get your tickets, and get your tickets at the door. And I've got a lot of material. Finally, I'm doing new material. So
at Comedian Shang, hit him up, y'all. And we're gonna go to break, and we'll be right back with some more of that Jeff Horste for y'all. Right now, during the break, we are gonna play an interview with Brody Stevens and Zach Galifianakis. Once again, R.I.P. Brody Stevens, man, we miss you, bro.
Yeah.
He's like my favorite comic, so I enjoy listening to him. I really don't know what this is.
I'm comedian Brody Stevens. The Shadow Man is a mysterious and powerful entity who promises me that if I follow his instructions, he'll make me a big star in Hollywood. That's why we created Brody Stevens Interview Challenge. It's catching on.
Brody Stevens.
Oh my, yes, Shadow Man.
It is the Shadow Man. Are you ready to accept your 3 challenges?
Yes.
Number 1, cut a clipping of Zach's beard. Number 2, get your guest to dance.
Okay, guest dancing. Got that?
And number 3, do not let him eat any potatoes.
Starch is bad. I think I can do that.
Do not fail me, Brody, or there will be dire consequences.
What is he talking about, dire consequences?
Mr. Zach Galifianakis, welcome to my dinner table. Have a seat.
I already did.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi,
again.
Hi, Brody.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Galifianakis. This is one of my friends I've met over the minutes.
Can I show you why I was a bad waiter?
Why?
Would you like some wine, sir?
Yes. What do you...
That's how I would pour it.
Brody, you have like sweat coming.
That's not your problem.
I don't know how you have
That's
sweat
Super Deluxe's
underneath
problem.
that huge shaded nose.
Oh, so you're making fun of my nose. This guy's very aggressive. I invite you in for an appetizer, and you're already in attack mode. So, Zach, you got sunglasses. Obviously, you're in a nice weathered...
I was swimming...
with sunglasses.
in Malibu the other day.
And what happened? What'd you see out there?
I thought I saw a shark.
Really? Because there's a lot of sharks going on. You gotta be careful.
It was Brody doing the backstroke.
Okay, you know what? Let's cut. This guy is obviously drunk with wine.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing? Scott, those are Waiter Scott.
Hi, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you. So, this is tremendous.
Have you been working out like you usually do?
I've been working out. I bench pressed 250 pounds today.
Where?
At Curves. Her name was Sheila. She fell off the life cycle.
Yeah.
My best joke.
I wrote that joke.
What are you talking about?
I wrote that joke.
Sheila really fell off a life cycle.
I wrote her name was Sheila. True or false at my place?
Truthful. You're right. It's one of my best jokes. Would these jokes work with your audience?
Replace your with a or an.
Would a joke work with your audience? Would our jokes work with a audience?
No, would that joke work with an audience?
Would that joke work with an audience?
No. A lot of your jokes are horrible.
How do you maintain...
How do I maintain what? A beard?
Love to snip for you.
No, I can't cut it. That's... Do you have a crummer?
Let me see something. I used to work at Supercuts.
Now, how would you cut this?
With shears.
Just a little bit right there. It's brown and red. There it is. Part of Zach's beard.
Challenge complete.
Yes, I do. Don't... Yes.
Sorry, I got hair in your wine. What do you got there?
Oh man! Shout out!
There we go.
Shout out to hopefully everybody in his family is bouncing back as best they can,
and all friends and family of Brody Stevens, guys.
R.I.P.
We are Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, this is Shang in the building, and I got to tell you something. First off, that was actually a funny interview. But
Brody was really, really funny.
He was really funny.
Smart guy, and that's the same thing with Zach. So, and they obviously friends and have had chemistry. So, that's just one of those things. And I think people don't realize as comics, they just don't realize what this life is, right?
Right.
So when you see people like, who was it? Like Richard Jeni, Robin Williams.
Right.
A lot of guys who have just really either actually hurt themselves or tried to. And now Brody Stevens is one of them. And it seems counterintuitive that we're comics, right? We joke all the time. We laugh all the time. We make the world laugh. And I think it's hard for people to understand that, we're still just human beings who deal with other shit too. Like from chemical imbalances that affect us beyond our control, just to life situations.
And sometimes our time schedule gives us less time to work on it. Because you don't have time you have to be, if you're a funny, smiley person, you better be a smiley person when people paid for that show, so, and then a lot of the people who care so much about other people aren't taking the time to care about themselves, where they're constantly nice towards everybody around them.
No, that's why I like the freedom of like radio, where you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, or like podcasts. Because like if you look at Joe Rogan pretty much is Joe Rogan in his act. Then you see him on the podcast, and he's pretty much Joe Rogan. Yeah. He doesn't have to kind of switch up.
Yeah. But it takes a lot though to be able to carve out a lane like that, because for the most part people expect you to be.
I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, people expect you to be on all the time or just.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Carry a certain energy, and even me in my regular day with if I don't come in with that same Pedro energy, some people say. I had somebody say that to the other day. They were like, I'm not getting that Pedro energy off of you. I'm like, motherfucker, I just came off a 19-hour trip from Vegas. Like, fuck you. And that Pedro energy. I have human mad at shit energy.
You know
right
what?
now.
You know what? Do a bit. Shut your mouth, Black Pedro.
Do the thing where you make us laugh. It's like,
come on, do this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this character Smackhammer, and then I've noticed like shows and women hit me up, go, "Hey, Smackhammer." I'm like,
yeah.
And part of me be like, the real me, like, bitch, I'm Shang.
You're looking at me right now.
You're looking at me.
How do you not?
And that's new-ish.
No, I've been doing it on stage a lot.
I know, that's awesome.
That's awesome, but at the same time,
the brand is growing.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm wrong. How can I turn my back on Smackhammer?
Smackhammer.
No, you know what it is though? Because he does good segues, but I think you're right. He does the best segues in the business.
In the business.
Like as business goes.
The hardest working segwayer in the business.
We got it. Yeah. Was you just saying we got 5 minutes? Was that when you put your hands up in the air?
All 5 fingers?
Saw 5 of your fingers?
Each finger is a minute.
It represents a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, but now we have 4.
Oh my God.
4 fingers.
Gosh damn it.
God damn it.
If we can't wait, did Smackhammer have something he wanted to say this week, or
no? You know what? I think that we Smackhammer decided not to. We got a lot of shit off our chest anyway, baby.
One thing I do want to point out before we go is, I think we're all fans of AOC here on the show. Alexandria Ortiz.
I like her a lot.
Ocasio-Cortez.
Ocasio.
I'll do my own clapping.
I'm not.
No,
I'm an almost fan.
You're an almost fan? It sounds like you're an almost hater.
I think highly of her.
Mm-hmm. Do you mean you're high when you think of her?
I guess I think highly of everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's the case, everybody.
I just think highly then.
No, I like her fire, and I like the fact that she doesn't have a lot of backup on her. She just goes straight up and says what she says.
So one thing, among many of her causes that I'd like to just highlight and put into people's ears right now moving forward is this Green New Deal that she is promoting and kind of spearheading. And for those who don't know what it is, it's, basically a movement to get our country, ecologically and environmentally conscious, get the emissions down so that we can help save this planet,
so
as well as creating opportunities where inequality and underemployment and undereducation exists, right? So for those who don't get the reference to the New Deal, back in the day, a president called FDR initiated a program called the New Deal, which basically opened up loans from banks to allow people to get loans to start businesses and buy homes. Not everybody. Some black people got excluded, mostly of us, and a lot of brown people.
No,
whatever.
A lot of black people did.
Yeah, but whatever, right?
Let's be real.
No, of course.
And it's not because of you, Jeff, because you're white.
But if Black Pedro can just right, but if Black Pedro just takes the black out of it, then we just look at it as a move that helped Americans to advance their lives and attain the dream, right? So this Green New Deal is part of that same tradition and that same thing. So let's all look into it, do some research, and understand that this is a movement meant to move our country and our planet forward.
Our planet, and also the fact that the Republicans are mad. Well, she wants actually solar panels to actually help people be warm. Fuck her.
They're like, the Republicans are like, but we can make solar panels out of coal, right?
Yeah, can we make it?
How is that a dumber idea than a wall? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You shut your mouth, Jeff. Yes, you goddamn Detroiters. Fuck you.
Are you questioning the wall? No,
you tell me. First off, we do need a wall so we can keep these Mexicans out.
Mexicans. They can't come in here no more.
Like, and people say that I shouldn't make fun of people that are really stupid. But what are they here for?
To learn from?
To learn from.
Oh, you know what? You want to hear about really stupid, man? I saw this before we get out of here, I saw this great documentary on Netflix that I would encourage everybody to watch called Behind the Curve. And I think it was one of the...
Is it
good? Yeah, I think it was one of the first... when we used to do the kill yourself list, there was one of the first groups of people that I was like, kill yourself. And that was the flat earthers, right? And it goes into that whole world of people who believe in this flat earth thing. And it goes, it follows like a couple of and I'm using air quotes, stars of that world, right? People who have these huge followers and they're like the gurus of their flat earth theory, as well as breaking down how stupid their theory is and, and shows the failure of their own experiments. But it really just does show that, like, not just stupid, but people can just be delusional about their own ideas. You know,
it makes them feel happy.
Yeah, and exactly, and they're lonely stupid, motherfuckers who are looking for people who think like them rather than actually looking for a truth.
Right.
They just want to question a bunch of shit and then have people that they have asked the same dumbass questions, and then they found their world. They're not actually out there.
And they feel comfortable
problems.
there. There's also Bill Maher did it's a while ago called Religious.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
Same, I believe the same director.
Wow.
As Religious and all that, right? So,
well, we're about to wrap up here on Savage AF
right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
Yeah, and guys, I give a hand again. We got to give a hand for our guest. He rocked all the way through the show.
Mr. Jeff Horste in the building. Jeff,
Jeff, I'll be at Virginia Beach Funny Bone this weekend.
The kids are gonna be there
Wednesday through Sunday. I'll be at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, headlining Wednesday and Sunday, opening for Tony Roberts, the rest of it. And March 24th, I will be on Chocolate Sundays at the Hollywood Laugh Factory. So, so that's some stuff coming up.
And let them know where they can follow you, hit you up for more info.
Jeff Horste, HORSTE, JeffHorste.com. Yes. Jeff Horste on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Easy.
And
that's sold.
Yeah.
Go follow him,
that's
kids.
It.
Exactly.
And make sure you follow our super producer as well, Miss Cassie
Twinkie.
TWNKEE.
And follow J News.
She's really aggressive about followers. So if you want means motherfucker, you better follow me.
Right. If you like this.
And follow J News. Go on the gram, mostly the gram for you, right? Yeah.
At J News. Now he's the one who hits us up with that welcome to Hollywood. You can check out that new Minnesota. Check out that flossing, saucing and flossing. So make sure you hit up J News at J News, y'all. Make sure you follow me at Black Pedro on Instagram. And follow the show at Savage AF Radio.
And follow me at Comedian Shang. Thank y'all for listening to the show. Thank y'all for coming out to the live shows. And the dude that I said that you could suck my dick, I don't like men to suck my dick, but I want you to suck my dick.
He'll make an exception for you. Dick.
Da.
We're Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We'll catch you next Tuesday and every Tuesday from 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, y'all. Fuck yo feelings.
White bitches and cocaine dime.
Table. Welcome to Hollywood, nigga. What would you do for the limelight? What would you do if it felt right? Couple white bitches on me with my dark shades on, black leather jacket with the straps like a bomb.